Sometimes there's big news in our business, but it's really not as big as people are making it out to be. And like Peyton Manning, it was just announced, is starting Kristine for the Denver Broncos in the playoff games. That sounds gigantic, right?
Right.
I think it would have been more gigantic 7 years ago. But in Peyton Manning's last 10 starts, think about this. 10 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. He didn't start for a month and still led the NFL until recently in interceptions. And remember, do you know in the history of the Super Bowl era who has the most losses in playoff openers? It's Peyton Manning. That's when he was in his prime. So I don't think it's a big deal. I said this yesterday. I think Denver is the 11th or 12th out of 12. They're the 11th or 12th best quarterback team in the playoffs. You can't win a Super Bowl that way. You cannot win a Super Bowl. Denver is either going to go with the immobile and old, below-average arm Peyton Manning, or the immobile and young and below-average talent Brock Osweiler. Both equal trouble. And of the three teams they could potentially face next, two are fantastic defensively. Houston and Kansas City would eat Brock alive and would eat Peyton alive. Pittsburgh's the other option. Good luck. That would be a shootout. So I know this sounds like a massive story today, but if you go to the last 7 Bronco games, they've scored under 23 times. I think this sounds bigger than it is. If you go to week 9, including Peyton's last 2 starts, they're 21st in scoring. And I think they're worse now than then. So I don't make much of it. I said yesterday, one's old and immobile, one is young and immobile. I don't think Denver's going to last long in the playoffs.